We start the bulletin at the official residence of the Deputy President, William Ruto. There is confusion over the naming and unveiling of his running mate. The DP's communication team had indicated that the running mate would be unveiled at 10 a.m., but 11 hours later, there is still no indication of who this might be. Sources had placed Madeira MP Kindiki and Gachagua and Senator Kindiki as the front-runners to deputize the DP. We are now joined live by Brenda Wanga, who has been following this story from 9 a.m. this morning. Good to see you, Brenda. No white smoke so far. What are you hearing, though?
Indeed, Victoria, 11 hours later, and there is still no white smoke coming from the official residence of the Deputy President and Kenya Kwanza's flag bearer in the forthcoming general election, William Ruto. We have been here from 9 a.m. The invitation had been sent out asking us to come here for that announcement that was to have been made at 10 a.m. The deadline shifted to 1 p.m., to 3 p.m., to 5:30 p.m., and at 9 o'clock this evening, we're still waiting to get communication from within the closed fence behind me to tell us and the country just who will be on that presidential ticket for the Kenya Kwanza coalition alongside Deputy President William Ruto. We had been told earlier on that the race to have a running mate for the Kenya Kwanza alliance had started. The discussions had started a while ago, and they had picked about 6 people who were potential running mates, but that list had whittled down to just 2, MP Gachagua and Senator Kindiki. The 2 of them were here earlier in the day, perhaps hoping that one of them would have been announced as a running mate at the press conferences that I mentioned earlier had been postponed up to until now. When that did not happen, we were told there was a series of meetings that were taking place inside the Deputy President's residence where a few issues were being ironed out. A stalemate ensued. We don't exactly know what these issues were because the people who were in that meeting apparently were not allowed to communicate with the outside world, as it were. Up until this time, we have no clue as to who will be picked to be Deputy President's running mate. The 2 front runners, Kindiki and Gachagua, earlier on in the day, departing from these premises without uttering a word to any of the people who were gathered outside here. But we are still informed that other meetings are still going on inside the Deputy President's residence as they seek to break this stalemate that has kept the country on the edge, just waiting to find out who will be on that ticket with the Deputy President and the flag bearer of the Kenya Kwanza coalition. Perhaps it is interesting to also note that this Deputy President's slot had been left vacant in the Kenya Kwanza Alliance coalition documents and agreements that had dished out the other positions to the other coalition members, but it had been indicated that this seat would be going to a UDA party member. So these are some of the intrigues that are still remain unraveled as we wait to hear eventually if they will be telling us tonight or they will be telling us tomorrow. We still do not know, but it is important, Victoria, to note that this announcement is being eagerly awaited for because it is just coming now, just a day to the IEBC set deadline for all presidential aspirants to have registered their running mates and deposited their running mates' name with the IEBC. The deadline coming on midnight of Monday, that will be on the 16th of this month. So this wait, Victoria, we're still counting down the hours, 12 hours and going. We will still be here to see if that announcement will be made eventually today or at a later date. Victoria.
All right, Brenda, and just a quick question, do you think they will be announcing anything before the day is up? Any hope of that?
Well, Victoria, we have tried to activate our sources even within the Deputy President's communications team, but it is a radio silence from their end. So it is indeed a game of wait and see, quite literally, Victoria.
All right, and your patience certainly tested. Thank you so much for that, Brenda Wanga, at the official residence of Deputy President William Ruto. And of course, as she also mentioned, a lot of this stalemate is owed to a choice between Kindiki, who is the Tharaka Nithi senator, and of course Madeira Member of Parliament Kindiki and Gachagua.